Welcome to In Hindsight, where we showcase local New Mexico and we debate about hot topics and Are You the A-hole? And today we have our guest Mark for High on Rugs. Hi, Mark.
Hi, how are you?
I'm pretty good. So I actually discover your stuff in Nextdoor.
Oh, yes. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My girlfriend, she actually posts on that.
Oh, okay.
And she sells like furniture. She's trying to sell furniture, but we did try, we're trying to just be out there.
Yeah, no, that's great. Cause I guess you and her posted stuff. So like I saw it and I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. Because what is it like? Is it tufting or
Yeah, it's tufting.
Right? Tufting is actually like getting really big right now.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the girls that I follow like all the time in YouTube is like Mia Maples. She actually does tufting.
Okay.
Well, she doesn't do tufting, but like she like try different things that are popular. So she does like TikTok trends and everything. And like I saw like how much stuff she had to get, and I was just like, no, because the thing is like, I'm an idea person and I like doing crafts, but if it takes more than 3 hours, it gets abandoned.
Oh, okay.
So like my crafts are like a 3-hour craft because I'm not like, oh, I'll do 3 hours on this and then I'll come back. No, it's never gonna finish.
Yeah. Okay.
So like I've thought about like doing the tufting thing.
Yeah.
Because I thought it's cute, like make my own like Steven Universe rugs and stuff.
Yeah, no, it is. It's really fun. I like just that. I shit myself. I just feel that it's a lot of options. That's why I like it, you know?
Oh, okay.
And it does take like weeks, sometimes more than hours, but
Yeah.
Go ahead, what were you gonna say?
So how did you actually get started on it?
First, I seen it on TikTok, social media,
Okay.
and then like I started like getting into the habit of like just like watching them and like learning about it.
Oh, okay.
And then I finally got it in December 2022, and then
Okay.
I just kept going after that.
So where did you purchase like your materials for the tufting?
I purchased a little kit off of Amazon.
Oh, okay.
It was like just a little cheap kit. I still have my gun. The gun is actually really good from there still.
Oh, okay.
Mostly I got everything from Amazon right off the bat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I saw like your little flower and like I think the Bart Simpson thing.
Yes.
Because like I saw your thing and it's like, I was just like, well, I'm like, should I? Because like my sister's birthday is coming up and that's why like I contacted you.
Yes.
Because like she is obsessed with Jigglypuff. Like obsessed, like she,
Okay.
because she also does crafts, but like she's more into like painting and stuff. So she will
Oh.
have like canvases of like Jigglypuffs and like, you know, Jigglypuffs, like
Everything.
stuffed toys, everything.
Yeah, that's cool.
So that's why I told my husband like, oh, when we go to Japan next year, like I wonder if I can like purchase her like a giant Jigglypuff.
Yeah.
But then I might have to buy her a seat on the plane. So
Yeah, no, they're pretty big. I would just rather ship it just so I would want to feel more comfortable. I don't want to like rush into it, you know?
yeah, no, and I think like, and that's the thing too. It's just like it's like the expectations versus reality kind of thing. Also, is like when people see the TikTok stuff, you know,
Yeah.
they see like the minute.
Yeah.
You know, they don't see like the skill
backstories.
and the hours and hours of like practice and stuff.
Yes.
Because like when I was younger, I used to do cross stitching.
No, okay.
And I used to do like really big cross stitching stuff or like cute angels and like little cute random stuff. And like people would only see the finished product,
Yes.
right? And they're like, oh, I love it. And then you tell them how much
Much-
it takes you, how much it costs. And that's why like I usually don't approach like small business sellers
Yes.
till I know I can commit to something through. Because you probably get this, like people would like DM you and then they think like, oh, I can get this in Temu for like
Yes.
$20 or something.
Yeah, a lot of people are like that.
Yeah, and you're just like, but they don't understand is like,
It takes time.
it takes time and it's not the same market. You know, there's a lot of things that's going into it. Because like even like on your stuff like, you know, like just because like I said, it's just like they're just like, oh, it's simple because I mean
Yeah.
if you can do it, I can do it.
it.
All I have to do is just put it in the wall. And that's why I like the YouTuber that I follow, she shows you like the realities
Yes, of
when people
everything.
pick up like hobbies, because there's hobbies and there's business.
Yes.
Right? You are deciding to make this as your source of income,
Yes, ma'am.
your source of living, right? A hobby is like, oh, it's wonky. I'm gonna like give it to my mom or something.
Yeah.
Right? But like when you're doing it for a business, you're not just also putting your name out there. Word of mouth is like really, really important, especially if you're like don't live like in a big city.
Yes.
I mean Albuquerque is not a small city at all
Yeah, no,
by
I
any
know.
means, but I think like word of mouth is definitely important.
Yes.
Because like I definitely did hear from businesses because like somebody has like recommended that like, oh, don't go there, it's horrible, that kind of thing, you know what I
Yes.
mean? So when you're doing it as a business, you're like you have more responsibility and
Yes.
also like the stress of like making it perfect, because we don't want to admit it, but like we are our own worst critic,
Yes.
right?
Yes, I agree. I like literally I'll have a piece and my girlfriend, she'll say it's nice, and like I'm just like, let me cut up a little bit of this and let me see this, and I want it perfect, and like if I don't see it perfect in my eyes, then I don't think it's necessarily bad, but like I just feel like there's something that could be done, you know?
Yeah, because you're perfecting your craft.
Yes,
And
yes.
like you're like trying to like learn from your mistakes and stuff. So like when you first started, like did you started like in a little smaller canvas, or like how did you like figure out like what design you wanted to start on, like how big it is and all that kind of stuff?
Well, I got all my stuff for Christmas. My dad helped me build a little frame. I'm not too sure how big it was. It was like about 4 feet,
Okay.
4x4, little box one. My first design I did was a mushroom, and
Oh,
it was a
okay.
cute little mushroom. I just didn't want to do something hard and then not something too easy, you know? But I just started practicing on the side, and then I just went for my little mushroom, and then it came out pretty good. I ripped my material a little bit, so
Okay.
like it was just a learning process, you know?
Yeah. So like your like first customer technically, like
My first customer, I would say, I think we posted, and then someone wanted a Hello Kitty rug.
I need that.
And then we were so excited. We were just like, oh my gosh, like, let's do it. And then like I drew it up right away. You know, I finished it pretty quick. And then she came by the house, and then she picked it up.
Oh.
So it was just a good experience. I felt really good, you know, to
Yeah.
make my first sale.
Oh, that's so sweet. And like usually, like how long? Because I know like it also, because like this is gonna be another question,
Yeah.
but like I know like depending on the designs, like what is usually like your how many hours minimum do you have to do in a piece, like depending on the sizes? So like people know there's just like, okay, like if I order like a 4x4 or like a medium size or a
Yes.
bigger rug, like what are like, so they have the reality of like this person, you know what I mean? That's a problem. It's like they don't see like, yeah, you see it as like a little thing,
But it
right?
takes
But
a
this
long
takes me like 13 hours.
Yeah, and it's just like it's line by line, so like we can't like go like all
Yeah.
around like coloring, you know what it's just like
Yeah.
you got to go up straight up the whole time. You can't go backwards. So like it's very like cool to see like when you really like when you're behind the cameras, you know.
Yeah.
And it's cool to struggle because like you just learn new stuff like doing it, you know.
Yeah. And it's like, it's definitely like more labor intensive than TikTok.
Yeah, no, yes, the labor is way there, and I think that's what like people are like really confused about. Like when we price it, it's just the labor.
Yeah. And it's just like, like I said, it's just like sometimes it's really hard because like you can buy like things like in Temu or like in Shein, right?
Yeah.
Because like people are just like, well, why would I pay like that much money for like something that I can buy off of like whatever? Because you don't know like what are the working conditions of that person. And it's like I also have a lot of like creative friends, and I bought stuff from like Etsy
Oh,
and also
yes.
like Fiverr, you know what I mean? And I always try to like tip or like give a little bit.
Yes.
Because like that's the thing. It's just like you said. It's just like materials are expensive. You're not like some country in Asia where you can buy like materials for like $2, right? So like yard and like materials, electricity, because the your equipment doesn't run on like, oh, also like you need electricity because you can't see what you're looking at,
Yes.
right? So like, do you feel like a little bit disheartened when people are like, well, why are you charging so much for it?
No, because I also like too. I do like try to think about everyone, and I know like where we live. So like I just try to like price everything like where I would think where we would sell them. I mean, and I'm always up to offers. Like it's not a like exact price. So like if we could work on it. Like we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
So like that's just basically how I do it.
Oh, okay. And then like you said, it's just like you were looking at like TikTok videos and all that stuff. But like, did you used to do any kind of like crafting things that made you go to this, or was this like your first crafting project?
No, this was like my first crafting. Like, I mean, I tried to like draw like whenever I was younger, but like it wasn't really like, I didn't think it was good, So like I seen this and I was like, I like this. Like there's a lot of colors, like it's bright, like it got my attention, So like that's where I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to figure out and do this.
So what is your like probably your favorite design that you made, and what will be like your most ambitious design you would want to make? Like your Michelangelo, like your Mona Lisa.
Okay. So I have this custom rug that I made for somebody. It's an SRT Hellcat. It's my biggest rug, like long wise. So like I like that one just because it's the biggest. I also like the Murakami, that flower rug, because it's 3x3 all the way around. I love the colors. Those are our colors that we chose out, because I think the colors are rainbow, like the original. It has a rainbow, but we chose that colors. So.
Oh, okay.
And then I don't even know, honestly, for like the rug that I would want to make a rug that it comes apart and there's like strings still attached to it. So like it's like a 2-piece and like you pull it apart and there's a whole other rug like in the backside,
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah, and it's been
different.
done. It's been done before, like, and that's why I want to do it, just because, and it's challenging, I feel.
So it's like, have you done it yet? Like, have you been practicing to do it?
I haven't practiced, but like that's where I want to be,
Oh, okay. That's like your little milestones.
Yeah. That's where I would want to be, and because those are really cool, like, because you pull it apart and then like you see the back and then you put it together and then it'll just be the normal picture.
And then, like for your designs, like, what do you prefer? Do you prefer like customers? Because I know like I have friends that are like tattoo artists, so like they love it when like draw me something. You know what I mean? Do you like spontaneous things, or do you actually like more direction? Because like I do have friends that are like, I like direction because then I get overwhelmed with choices, right? And then I have friends that are like, no, I love it when like I create my own thing, because it's like my own creation.
I would feel like a little bit on the both, just because like when they do tell me, I'm like, hey, that is cool, like I'll do that. I would like to do that, And then like when nobody's telling me anything, like I just feel like I have so much designs and like it's limitless. Like I could do anything. So like I'm just like struggling between like what do I make, Because like I want to make like what people like, if I'm going to sell, like I want to make stuff, So like that's just where I'm really like stuck.
Oh.
It's just that.
No, and I think what people sometimes forget, like especially when you're like in an industry where you are trying to appease customers, because there's also that expectation and reality. Because like we have like this idea in our head and then we see it on paper or like we see it tangible and we're like, oh, this is like not as cool as I thought it was gonna be. You know what I mean? I think that's why like I think like if you have like customers, because like I said, it's like I have friends that are like tattoo artists and like they have this like majestic like picture in their head and then they do it and they're like, oh, it actually just looks cool like in my imagination. Like it's like because like you know what I mean? Because like our imagination is pretty wild.
Yes.
But also there's a limit because every single one of us is a different perspective, right? I mean, rainbows are rainbows.
Yes.
But, it's like, but also like, I have a specific color that I like more and you're probably vice versa. You know what I mean? So like, they see it on paper and they're like, oh, it's not exactly what my imagination. And I'm like, it's not, because like my brain is a different imagination. So that's why like, I think it's like interesting. And like you said, like the biggest rug that you've ever done was the cat thing.
Yes, the Hellcat.
Oh, but I don't think I've seen it in the ones.
No, I haven't. This one's still on the board. that one's literally as tall as my girlfriend. But it's cool. It's really cool. I will post it.
Yeah,
It's just so
like
everybody can see.
yeah, because like I will definitely contact you again for another project. Because like I've seen it's like the really popular like anthropology flower rug in like but like we went to anthropology.
Okay.
And I saw the rug and I was like, there's no way I'm spending that much money. It's not about the money. It's just that I'm not against corporation. Please do not quote me on this. You know, it's just like obviously I buy stuff in like the mall, so obviously I buy stuff. I mean, look, I got this in Amazon, okay?
Yeah.
So, but like if I could, I would rather like buy things from like smaller businesses because like I feel like, you know, it's their living.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That,
I
that's
get you.
actually like, you know, that like when I like ride Uber, like that $2 goes to their actual gas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not saying that like cabs are not, but like it's different because like it's for their car. They use
People do it to help themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Living, family.
Yeah, so like I've always like because like how much it is, and I'm just like no, I just cannot. I cannot justify spending that much on a freaking because like I'm also not a rug person. Like I want to take out all my carpet in my house, but I like cutesy stuff.
Yes.
So it literally can be a painting or a rug. I'm not against rugs. I just like it has to be like my style kind of thing.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Yeah, so it's just like I want to have like a flowery rug, but I'm like I need to save up because I have to pay for my sister's little Jigglypuff rug.
Yeah, no, and that's how I am. I love to like whenever I do somebody's design, like I look at it and I'm just like, dang, that's really nice. Like I wish I could keep all of my rugs, you know.
Yeah.
I said that all the time whenever I make it. I'm just like, damn, that's cool, you know. And honestly, like when I see my rugs, like I don't even want to put them like on the floor. Like I want to hang them up.
Yeah, it's like what was it like that thing? It's like don't get high on your own supply.
Yeah.
They're like, why do you have so many rugs in your house?
And I feel like that's how I am. Like that's how I would be. Like if I didn't have any of the stuff in my room, I would have all the rugs in my room.
Oh, that's so cute. So we're gonna segue to our hot topics because it is a Halloween episode. I actually didn't grow up here. I moved here when I was 16.
Okay.
But when we moved here, my baby sister, who is now 31, she's not a baby anymore. When we first came here, she was like 4. Okay. So like Halloween is like big now in like the whole world because of like, you know, the internet.
Yes.
But like in the 90s where I was born, it wasn't. So like in the early 2000s, like where I was from the Philippines, like it wasn't, we kind of celebrate kind of like more like the Mexican tradition, the Day of the Dead.
No, okay.
Where like we go to the cemetery and we have picnics and we fly kites and like we see families from like the different provinces because we have like a family plot in the cemetery. You know, so like we light candles outside of our houses to like welcome our ancestors or like family that like passed away.
Yes.
So they know that they're also welcome back to our home, that kind of thing. So like we didn't do Halloween. So like when we first moved here, I think we moved here in, I think July. And that was really cool, but also like freezing because we don't know what it's like to have like an under 90-degree weather.
Oh, dang.
Because we live in an equator, like we live in Asia. So like it's like hot every day. So it's like in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
So, but like with humidity. So like I remember that first November, like that first October.
Yeah.
Like because like we were living with my uncle and my aunt in their house for like the first year. They were like, oh, it's like Halloween. Are you guys gonna dress up? And we're like, I mean, I've seen like American shows and stuff, and I know what Halloween is, but like I don't bridge it because sometimes what you see on TV, sometimes you're like, wait, is it real? You know what I mean? Like, do they actually do that? I mean, why would they dress up and like go to different houses? Like,
is that
you know
how you were?
So, but yeah, so like my sister was like 4. But like I didn't. I mean, I obviously now I dress up now because I'm an adult. But like my younger sister was 4, so my aunt was like, "Well, what do you want to dress up?" And she's like, "I don't know," you know, because like we literally. I mean, we have an idea of Halloween, but we have no idea of Halloween because we never experienced it our whole life. So literally, she was just like, "Yeah, I'm gonna give you a basket, and you're gonna go the whole neighborhood and get candy." And we're like, what? Like random people are just gonna give us candy when we knock on their doors? I mean, now it's actually big because like my, you know, my cousins and my family's kids do that now. Not as big still like here because like I said, we have our own tradition, but they
Yes.
go to like the malls and like the stores and stuff, and
Yes.
that's what they do.
That's cool.
So, but like I think like, and then like as my little sister, because like one of my exes, like his mom, like knows how to sew clothes.
Oh,
So like when we were together for 4 years, like his mom would like make the costumes for my sister, and then one of the sister was like the belle dress from Beauty and the Beast, and this is like in like the 2000s, like maybe like 2003. So she had this like, cause she made it from a pattern, in like a really nice, cause like back then like costumes are not as crazy as it is
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cause like TikTok now, you know what I mean? Like people be like upping up their game and stuff.
Yeah.
Or like people like have like 3 different Halloween costumes.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I
But
get
like
you.
in early 2003, it's literally just like, oh, you're gonna be a ghost. Here's a blanket.
Yeah.
Kind of cut eyes
Eyes
on the
out.
thing and put a hole on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I
and
get
here's a
you.
little basket. You know, so like we like go to like neighborhoods, and every kid would just be like, and every parent would like stop us, and it's like, where did you get your costume? And we're like, we didn't. Like my boyfriend's mom
sewed them.
made this dress because like she literally did all the ruffles and everything. So this little 6-year-old has like the most perfect belle costume
That's
ever,
crazy.
and I'm just like, you know, with her, like, you know, 19-year-old, just like walking with her, and like thinking like they're thinking like I'm their mom. I'm like, nah, I'm their sister, you know. But like she actually, because we also don't have Santa.
Okay.
Because of Christmas, because we're Catholics.
Oh, okay.
So like we see Santa movies, and we think it's also weird and creepy that this like random person is going to your house and
In
leaving
the
you
chimney.
presents. You know, so it's just like, what is going on, America? You know.
Yeah, no, I get you.
And then they do the stranger danger, and I'm like, stop lying to us, because you're telling us to like, you know, knock
to
on people's
stranger.
doors to a stranger's house, and then a
Yeah.
stranger come to the house. You know, it's like, what is reality? You know.
Yeah, no, it's just a whole lot of everywhere. You know, you want to trust people and then you don't. and
Yeah.
It's just wild.
Yeah. So like I think now I'm hearing that like, because like I don't trick or treat anymore. I mean I do, but I'm the one that's like giving out candies.
Yeah.
So like I think like people are trying to opt out for like, you know, more friendly Halloween treats. Like you know how like when you go to the dentist and they have this thing now where like, you know, trade your candies at
Oh,
the
yeah.
dentist and we'll give you like, well, I don't want a toothbrush. You know what I mean? If I'm 6, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't tell me to give my bag of candy and you're gonna give
For a
me a toothbrush and a
no.
mouthwash.
I already have those at the house.
Yeah. Also, like, I don't even brush my teeth. Like, my nephews are like 13 and 10, and literally I'm on them every day. Like, you guys shower? Did you guys
and
brush
they're
your teeth?
Like, no.
No, literally no. Like, I think like yesterday, I was like, did you guys take a shower yesterday? And they're like, no, we didn't tell you. And I'm like, I knew it. I didn't see you guys take a shower.
Yeah.
And they literally take like a 2-minute shower. Like, how do you finish already? Like, why did you even scrub?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like,
get
I
you.
think like people are like giving out like non-Halloween. I mean, I can see like little toys,
Yeah.
but like I heard like people would give like fruits, like a tomato.
A tomato.
Yes. Oh, also there's like a thread in like Reddit and Twitter. It's the potato house. So every year they give out potatoes.
Oh, no.
And they say every kid picks the potato because they're the potato house.
Okay.
I think I can see the appeal of it if you're
Yeah.
like a kid and then you get candy and all of a sudden you go to this one random
And there's a
house
potato.
and they're like, here's a potato.
Yeah, just the fun of it. And, like,
Yeah.
everyone laughs about it. I see that.
Yeah.
But I would not. I
But-
love my candy.
I know. And then there's that Jimmy Kimmel, like every year where like the parents pretend to like eat their candy.
Oh, yeah. And the kids are all upset about
Yeah,
it.
and they're like, why did you eat my candy?
Yeah.
You know? I mean, there are like some nice, sweet kids in there, but it's like very few in between. And understandable because they are children.
Yeah.
You know? Because I think like last year, because it's just like, you know, we're start going back to like the real world post-COVID.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like COVID now is like the war. Like, you
Yeah.
know, remember COVID? You know?
Yeah, and everyone's just
Like,
like, yes, it's all
yeah.
traumatic.
Yeah, it's like, remember when you have to like fall in line in Target to get butter? You know?
Yeah, no, that's crazy. It's a crazy time to think about.
Yeah. So like I think like people are definitely like going out more. So like last year I think it's still people are still a little bit skimmish about it.
Yeah,
you know
people
what I
were
mean?
still like wearing their masks.
Yeah. So like literally like I'm literally like running down the street and I'm like, I have candy. And my husband like, my heart just like raced because I just see you running towards children. Because like we're kind of like in the corner of the street.
No, okay.
So I think like most kids like
Just like-
they're like, well, you know, I'm done. Like, and also like our street leads to the street.
Oh.
It doesn't
okay.
lead to any more houses. So like it's just us and our neighbor, and our neighbor doesn't do candy.
Oh.
But like, and we also like we've only lived in this house for 2 years.
Okay.
So like the 1 year was like no candy at all because it was COVID, and then
Oh,
this
yeah.
year, you know, and like I haven't really decorated my house, but I told my husband this year I'm going all out. Like I am like, because like we just got our solar panels.
Oh, yeah.
So I told him lights are everywhere. The sun. I told him it's like the sun is like
Taking care of everything.
sponsoring
Yeah.
the lights for Christmas. I want to see my house in space.
Yeah.
So like I want to do like giant spider webs
Oh,
like
yeah.
in my house. So like it's like the thing also is like I like scary stuff, but then now I think about it like because like my family lives in Charleston in South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
So like when my little sister was trick or treating, like there's a neighborhood where they have like scary stuff and like you know traumatized
Yeah, yeah,
children.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
They have. Like, I know there's a house here.
Oh, there is a house.
There's
there.
a house here, and he does every night, or not every night, but like
Every
every
year,
Halloween.
yeah.
And people have like the chainsaws, and like they chase the kids, and like you see
Yeah.
kids all running through the neighborhood, and it's a very popular house. I don't know exactly where it's at. But
Yeah, but the thing is, like, my neighborhood is more like little children, you know. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's like our house is like so like our neighborhood, like you can walk to the schools. They're like the elementary, middle, and high school are
Oh, okay.
walkable distance. So we definitely see like little tiny kids, and I'm like, well, I don't want to like traumatize little children either, because like I've seen like little things that like they're like the shaking zombies and stuff,
Oh,
and I'm
yeah.
like, that looks amazing. And then my husband's like, nobody's gonna come to our house,
Yeah.
you know, because like they're gonna be like, don't go to that house. I mean, they give you really candy, but then you're gonna poop your pants, you know.
Yeah.
Like I want it
Get
to
all
be
scared.
like people can like pass by and they're like, well, they have decoration, so obviously they
They're
have
gonna have
candy.
candy, yeah.
You know what I mean? And also like I get really, really good candy. Like I buy those like really big candy at Costco.
Oh, yeah.
And like literally like I go out with a bow and I'm like, pick as many as you want. And the kids are like,
Take them all.
you know, because like usually they get like one or two. And
Yeah.
I'm like, no, grab as many as you want. You know, and they're like trick or treat, and they're like all cute and everything. So, and I think like that's why like I can kind of understand like how some people would give out like some things for Halloween, but I think it's also hard because
Yeah.
there are like some kids have like sensory issues, and I'm
Yes.
glad that like it's actually getting support, and they're
Yeah,
also
people
getting
are-
visibility. But that's why like I don't want my house to be too scary, because I'm just like I want children to come to my house. They already don't come to my house because I'm in the freaking corner, and my light is like not the brightest
Oh,
also. I'm just like, no. This year I told my husband, I'm like I'm gonna have like a Halloween wreath.
Oh yeah.
So like at least they know like for the whole October it's like, okay, that lady.
Yep. We could go to her house.
Yeah, we can go to their house. But like I can kind of see why like they would give out like other things.
Mm-hmm.
But then like I'm that person too that I'm like, but I just want to buy candy. I don't want to
yeah.
buy other things.
Yeah, I agree.
But then the parents have to take them to the dentist like that week.
True. Right after Halloween.
Yeah, because they're like cavities,
Yeah.
But like as a kid, like if I grew up on Halloween, I can see like how fun it is.
Yeah.
And there's also that thing of like, people are like shunning teenagers from doing trick-or-treating because they're like, you're too old to be trick-or-treating.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're never old to buy candy.
Yeah.
Like, I do like a 2:00 run at Walmart to get like chocolates. You know what I mean? And I'm 41. And it's like, why are you telling no to children? Like, they're literal children. Like, why would I? Like, the thing is like, why would I not want to do this thing where I
Yeah.
get like a lot, like baskets and baskets of candies,
chocolate, tons of candy. Yep.
Yeah, and it's free. Like, also like, so one of my friend, like she only allows her kid to have one candy per day, and I'm just like, the audacity, that is travesty.
For real.
You know what I mean? Like as a child, like, cause my nephews and her kids grew up together, so like they've known each other since babies.
Yeah.
So like even though they're not technical cousins, or they're cousins,
Cousins.
because like now they like hang out with
Yeah,
their
I get you.
with their middle school friends and stuff. And then like they'll be like, oh, who's that? I'm like, oh, that's my cousin. But like they've known each other since they're babies.
Yeah.
But like, you know, like so like in her house, like whenever her kids come to my nephew's house, they're always like so amazed because like they're like, to them their mom is so strict. But then she has another friend who's even stricter than her. So now they think like her kids are like very loose. Because like last time I was there, because Gladys just turns 13 and she's now allowed to have a home phone. And I told my friend, I'm like, hello, is it like 1992 or something? You're giving her a landline? Give her a cell phone. You know what I mean? Like, why are you giving her a landline? She's like, because she's only 13. I'm like, Gladys, Jensen has had a phone since he was 6.
Dang, 6?
Yeah. So, like, I mean, like, yeah, compared to my nephews, like, her kids are, like, really, really, like, I feel bad for her kids. But, I mean, they're good kids, and she's good. Like, she's just a really strict mom.
Yeah.
So, like, I think, like, they found out last year that, like, my nephews are allowed to eat their candy whenever they want. And when they told my nephews, like, oh, you know, we can only have one a day. And they're like, what?
I was shocked.
Why? Like, but I collected the candy. You know, they were like saying, like, I collected the candy. I should be allowed to have candy as much as I want. You know, but they're also that family, like my husband, where, like, you take turns opening your present.
Okay, that's how I am. That's what we do. We take turns.
My husband hates the way we open presents with my family because it's like a free-for-all.
Oh, okay.
Like, you find your name
and then
you just like, you know, like chaos energy everywhere. Everybody's just yelling and just trash everywhere. And he's like, yeah, but you don't appreciate it. I'm like, no, I appreciate it. I know it came from you. I read the thing, you know. And they're like, yeah, but there's only like 10 minutes. I'm like, yeah, but in that 10 minutes, I wasn't the happiest. Yeah. That hour that I have to wait for everybody.
Just to go back to you.
Oh my God. Every time it's not my turn, like, I'm just breathing inside of me, like, why do I gotta wait? This is annoying.
I agree. I agree. But I think my grandparents, they also do, like, now that we, like, started, like, having less people come over, like, it's starting to be, like, a free-for-all. So, like, I do get it, but, like, I don't know. I do like to see what else everybody else gets, you know. So like, I like to watch.
But also, like, as a kid, like, why would you want to wait? I mean, I'm not even a kid and I hate waiting. I think I'm just very impatient. But like, yeah, it's just like I said, it's just like with my nephews, it's like nothing like that at all. And that's why, like, my husband's like, when we have children, they're gonna hate my Christmas.
Yeah, honestly, I'm just up with whatever, you know. If you want to tear them up, you know, whatever makes you the happiest.
Yeah, no, it's just like my husband's like, but like, it'll take us an hour to open. Like, no, it'll take us an hour to open present. I could be doing that present right now. I could be playing it right now. I could have spent 20 minutes on that. But no, I'm waiting for like 7 other people to open the present. So, but yeah. Oh, now we're gonna segue to our favorite part, because in the show we do like drama. Okay. But like not our own personal drama, just like other people's drama. Okay. Like our neighbor's drama.
Okay, I like that.
So, yeah. But since this is our Halloween episode, the title is, Am I the A-hole for scaring someone that entered my apartment and making them face disciplinary actions when they came forward to complain about me? Oh, this is actually interesting.
Okay.
I work in housing residence life at a major university. One of the benefits of my job is an apartment on campus. My apartment is external but attached to one of the buildings. I oversee and write next one to the doors to the building. However, the entrance to the building is a clear glass door, and my apartment door looks like a door to any other of the residence room doors, or it could be mistaken for a supply closet. But definitely not an entrance, and definitely not something that a random person should be entering. I would sometimes leave my door unlocked if I was in my living room, but after student staff accidentally entered my room during room walks, I started locking it 24/7. However, earlier this week, I had just gotten back from taking out the trash and was about to take recycling when a student entered my apartment. I sternly yelled, "What are you doing? Get out!" The student left the door open and left. I went to go close the door and see if the student was still there, as I wanted to get his name because entering a room unauthorized is a conduct violation. However, the student had bucked it. Today, I had a father me about an incident. It turns out it was that student's father. The father went on about how his son was traumatized after the son accidentally walked into someone's room. And some man yelled at him and chased him. I explained that his son has entered a staff member's apartment, that we had been searching for the culprit. And he said, I know I won't be fined for this, nor will I be getting in trouble, but am I the a-hole? Edit, to address some comments question, my apartment is labeled with a room number. I have been told not to draw attention to the fact that it is a staff apartment, as students may come to the door to ask questions they should be coming to the office for. Also, students have been known to harass and vandalize staff doors if they know it's a staff apartment.
Uh-oh.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Any side doors or staircase are labeled as such. I thought I had made this edit previously, but chase was a strong word. I literally just went outside to see if the student was still there to reprimand him, but he had darted. We live in a major city, and our campus has a lot of transient problems. I had no way of knowing this person was a student in the moment. I mean, if you're living in a student housing, why would you have your ID with you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm confused at what information that the people commenting it was an accident have that I don't. How do you know it was an accident? I don't even know that yet, as it is still being investigated. The conduct process is policy. Anyone that breaks any of the housing policies is subject to it. He broke a housing policy. I'm not the one who decides his fate. It's really interesting.
Yeah.
But I think I see both sides, because I love my nephews, but they are boys, and sometimes boys are dumb and also do not pay attention.
Yeah, I agree. I would say the same thing,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Maybe lock your door too.
I think he said he usually locks his door, but he had to throw out trash.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
You know, but also but this is my thing too. It's just I hate when people play the victim card. Mm-hmm. He knew that wasn't his room.
Yes.
Right? And then he had the audacity not just complain, he told his dad, and his dad complained about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I get it, because I have known some people in college where I'm like, are you an adult? I mean, technically we are adults, but I know even sometimes I do not act like an adult, and I'm 41 now, you know? But at that point, you should be the one making the complaints.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I just feel like, Dad, I was scared. Complain for me. I mean, I'm probably being mean about it, but
no, I agree. Same thing.
but you know what I mean. And also, I also hate this about parents when they feel so entitled about their children, because how dare you yell at my son? I mean, for coming into my room.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And also, what is he doing? Because that's the thing. Also, we just why are you snooping around in the first place? Yeah. And you bolted. You know you were guilty of something.
Yeah, so why would you run? If you weren't hiding anything, you wouldn't have run.
Exactly. Because usually I mean, I know that there's people that are guilty still runs, but usually at least fessed up to her or something.
Yeah.
I know it's gonna be awkward and stuff, but you live in the same. That's the thing too. It's just I hate when people do that when you live in the same building.
Oh yeah.
Eventually, we're gonna run.
They'll reach it. You're gonna see each other.
Yeah, because I don't doubt they also probably have cameras, because usually if a student housing.
Yeah.
Because I feel because I didn't live in a student housing. I live the apartment right across the street from student housing, but the student housing usually have cameras and stuff because liability. So if students bring alcohol and then they get drunk, they can say that it's the college's fault, because then they'll be on camera bringing booze in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
So you're probably caught on camera bolting,
running through,
snooping.
So there was really no point. You're gonna get
caught. There really isn't.
Yeah.
Because he said already, they've been looking for this guy, trying to figure out who it was, and then you just snitched your own self.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could have it's one of those things too. It's just get stitches.
Yeah. That's true.
It's just if you didn't even say anything in the first place, you could have gotten away with it. They were looking for you and they haven't found you yet.
Yep. Then you just went and snitched.
Yeah, and then now you just put yourself in a situation where you might be kicked out because you're snooping around, bolting, looking like a guilty person.
Yep.
I mean, because you have a sibling, I have siblings.
Yes.
Because I tell my husband yesterday, I can tell my nephew, because they kind of rough house a little bit, and you can tell he got a little bit intense, and one of them is more upset than the other.
Yeah.
And I'm just should I me say something. And I'm just like, no, I remember that. Because like I never fought with my sister, but me and my brother are like cat and dog. Because like we're only 1 year apart.
Yeah.
And like he hated me because like, I was too good, and I hated him because he was really bad. So like we just like tattletale on each other.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So like we definitely like roughhouse, and I'm like, oh yeah, but like I remember like when you were long and your siblings, so like you'd be like killing each other, and then like 2 hours like dinner's ready.
Yeah, but
Like no apologies, no
Yeah, it would
nothing.
just
It's
go.
just like as if nothing. And it was
Yeah.
exactly like that. Like an hour and a half later, I made him grilled cheese, and all was good in the world.
Yep, I like that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I was when I was younger with my sister. We would always fight with each other. But then just like we hit an age and it was just like,
This is ridiculous.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it just snapped and like we just never fought. It was just like,
Yeah.
whatever.
No, it's like literally like I told people like me and my siblings were never in the same schools because like where we're from, you don't go by district.
oh, okay.
You go to whatever school you want to go to because they're all public schools,
Okay.
which I think is like the dumbest thing. Like that's what they should do here. You
Yeah.
should go to the school that you want to go.
Yeah, that's
I mean, we have to commute. So like I learned how to commute since I was 10, do public transportation. So like none of us went to like the same school. So like when we all went to the same school, because like me and my brother had to go to the same high school when we moved to the States because it was the stupid district thing.
Yeah.
So like we had to go to school. Like literally the first day, we were throwing books at each other in the cafeteria. And then I had to go to the guidance counselor office for the first time for being in trouble, which never happened because like I usually go for like, because like I'm like a president or like
Yeah, yeah.
something, you know, never, like my brother is the opposite. He's always the one. But then this time he got me in trouble and I was so mad because I'm just like, you got me in trouble. I've never been in trouble. Like I don't even have like a detention, like ever.
Yeah.
I mean, still didn't get a detention, but I was annoyed, you know, so. But that's the thing. It's just like, and also if you're committing a crime, just like zip it.
Yep.
Just don't tell us so.
Nobody.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, and also your dad. That's the worst. Now you
Yeah.
involve a parent. It's always the worst when you involve a parent.
Yep.
And you're already in college.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
I wouldn't say nothing. I would have just
Yeah.
ran
Snitches-
and then just hid.
Snitches get. I know if they were looking for you, and they still haven't found you,
Yeah. Then
you would have been okay.
I would have. It probably would have already blew over my head. I would have forgot.
Yeah, it's like, how dumb are you?
Yeah.
Dumb decision.
And it had an apartment number, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's like he said. It's like everything is labeled. Like everything is labeled. So the stairs are labeled. The storage units are labeled. You know, everything is labeled. So like you can't just say like, oh no. He was definitely snooping.
Yeah. He was up in there.
Yeah. He was trying to figure
Yeah.
out.
He was trying to do something.
I have a feeling that apartment building is co-ed.
Oh. Yep.
Because like I had some friends in college that were a little bit naughty.
Yeah.
So I would not let them pass doing something really dumb.
And you never know.
You never know two people. Like, 'cause some people are just dumb and stupid.
Yeah, I agree.
At that age, it's just like, I was literally like nursing all my drunk friends. Because like by that time I was like, you guys weren't allowed to drink wine at like 9? Like literally like, because we're Filipinos. So like
Yeah.
I literally was buying my dad beer when I was like 3 in like our little corner store.
That's crazy.
Because like we don't have an age limit.
Yeah.
So like I was raging in like middle school. Technically you're middle school, but like high school for me. Like I was raging at like 12.
That's crazy.
Because like I told that to my husband. Because like I told him like the first time he came and visited the Philippines, because like I have a big family. I told him like, oh no, like every weekend we stack beer cases, and like because like we like eventually all the older people are like eventually they get too drunk and they get tired, so they like start substituting their own kids and then their grandkids, so they have a spot, so like nobody leaves their spot.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, that's not real. Like you don't drink as children. And you're like, well, you're
We
about
do.
to find out.
We do.
So like he went, and then that first weekend there, like literally my aunts and uncles and then my cousins are like, okay, you guys gotta like sub now. And he's like, but they're like in high school. And they're like, this is pretty old actually. Like I already had my first beer when I was like 8, Like my
Dang.
parents would like sip wine and I'll be like, can I have some? And they're like, okay, have a little bit of a sip again. But then
Yeah.
also because like that's why like we drink but we don't, because like we get it out of our system.
Yeah, I guess.
It's not like this forbidden fruit that you can't have. So they're the first time I had beer, like I literally was like, this is disgusting.
Disgusting? Yeah, I
Why
agree.
would people buy this?
That's how I was.
and like waste their money on it. Like,
yeah. I was like, ain't no way.
no, thank you. And that's why I told my husband, like, if they offer you a drink, say no. Say no right away. Don't be all like nice, because my husband is like really introverted and like really nice. And I told him, like, don't be nice and say yes. And he did listen to me. No, he said yes to the first drink. The first drink was like a literal, like those beer thing that you
big old
see,
tall one?
the Jaeger like beers.
Oh, yo, dang.
With the shot in the bottom. And I told my husband, like, that's the first drink. You know that, right? When you say yes, that means you say yes for the whole night. This is your first drink. And they were like, I should have listened to you. And I'm like, I told you.
So, like, once you say yes, like, you have to drink to the whole night?
Yes.
Dang.
You can't just like choose whatever drink you want. When you say yes, that means, because like usually they buy for you too, so it's rude.
Oh, okay.
But I've always been rude, even when I was living there. Because like I said, it's just like I was made to be American in the first place.
Yeah.
But-
That's wild.
But yeah, no. But it's just like, nah, beer was just like nothing. And that's why, like, by the time I went to college, I was like drinking, and I'm like driving them, making sure they're not, rolling them in the bed, make sure they're not, you know.
And everything was okay.
Yeah, everything's okay. And I'm like, have some.
You had to play the
sofas.
mama bear.
Yeah, make sure like literally like we'll have like house parties in my parents' house when my sister was in high school. So like she was like as junior in high school, and I was already in, like it was like my first year in college. It was like community college. So we will have like a rager in my. I mean, it's not like a rager, but we were drinking. So, but like my parents will buy us the stuff, and then like my parents will come out of the room, and all of our friends are like freaking out, like, oh my god, your parents are here, hide everything. I'm like, our parents bought everything. Like they would, because that's the thing also, is like they would rather us drink in their presence, because then they know it's not about control, it's all about they know you're safe. Then somewhere where they don't have access to you.
And they can't protect you.
Yeah, exactly. So like they know that, like, you know, where you are, what your limit is, that kind of thing. And also like, you know, if you need to like, you're not like walking into like some random person's house next door because you're too drunk or driving. You know what I mean? So like usually when we have parties, I would literally steal all of my friends' keys at the beginning of the night.
Oh yeah.
And then they're so drunk they forget about it. So like when we wake up in the morning, they were all sleeping in our lawn. Because they couldn't drive. They couldn't figure out where their keys are. And I'm like, you idiots, you gave it to me at the beginning of the night, remember? And they're just like, oh yeah, we were just so drunk. So, but yeah, moral of the story, don't drink young, okay? Supervise.
Don't do drugs.
Supervise drinking, because that's the best.
Yes.
Because I feel like once you start hiding things from your parents, that's the thing too. Because like once you start hiding things from your parents, it becomes exciting.
Yes.
And also like you stack lies on top of lies, because like, oh, I was with my friends and then we were doing this. And
then you have to like remember those lies.
Yes.
On top of that. And especially like going out, and imagine going out and then remembering the story like after, like when you're hungover and you already had your fun.
Yeah.
So you just have to like continue with that.
And then now with social media, I mean, my friends didn't get away with it because I was the one taking pictures and videos. So I actually have like physical evidence, because my husband tried to like dig some dirt from me, and they're like, no, she has dirt on us. Like we can't say nothing. But like now, especially with social media,
social media will
people
get you
post
caught.
everything now. So like you think you're smart.
Yeah.
But your friends are dumb. Okay, your friends are always gonna be dumb. You're always gonna have a dumb friend.
Yep.
Doesn't matter how smart, they can be all geniuses. One of them is the dumbest one.
Yep.
And that person is the one that's gonna rat you out.
Yes, I agree.
Unintentionally or
and
not.
they won't do it like on purpose. They'll do it like on accident because they don't know.
Exactly. So, but yeah, well, what do you guys think? Like, this is like our hot topic for Halloween, and I hope you guys have a happy Halloween at the end of this month. This is our show, and we'll see you guys next week.